BlackHoles&Books, where we read and we talk about books and we do whatever other little projects I feel like doing, but mostly read. Today we're going to be discussing my February TBR. Last 2 months I've done 4 books on each TBR. However, I'm realizing I can read more than 4 books in a month. So we're gonna have a few more books on this month's TBR. So when I counted, it was like 8.5 books. And I say half because our first book is a short history of nearly everything, and I'm not planning on finishing this one, and I'm also not going to be starting it. So it gets to be a half book. I have been annotating this book for quite a while, and I have essentially decided that I want to get the next 150 pages annotated in February. That means right now I'm on page 225, and by the end I would like to be on page 375. So I want to read like that much and just get that annotated. And then in March, maybe my goal will be to finish it. There's our half book. I absolutely love this book. So, and then another book. This one I have already started and I just need to finish it. However, I am only like 60 pages in. Like that's how far I am. And that is The Physics of Time. It's by Richard Muller. It's nonfiction. It's kind of about the theory of relativity and the way that time dilations work and things like that. It has a decent amount of math in it, so it takes me a lot longer to like read. So I'm gonna be entirely honest. The 60 pages that I am into this book have probably taken me like 2 hours to read. So it's a slow read, but that's kind of just how nonfiction works for me. What can I say? Anyway, that's the next one. After that, there are 2 more books that I would like to finish in February. The first is Brave New World by Aldous Huxley. It's a dystopian novel where people are born and raised in these labs and they don't have parents anymore and things like that. It's very interesting, but I will give a full review when I've actually finished it because right now I just know like the premise. The other one that I would like to read is Assassin's Apprentice. I don't know how far into it I am. I've been listening to it. It's on Spotify Premium. So I've just been listening to it, which has been really fun. Next up, we have Iron Gold, which is the next bit of the Red Rising series. Super excited to read this. I finished Morningstar a few weeks ago. Initially, when I finished Morningstar, I felt like I needed a bit of a break from the Red Rising trilogy just because it was very heavy and I just needed a minute to process everything. However, now I've had my break. I am ready to get back into it. So we have Iron Gold, and then I am also hoping to read Dark Age this month. I probably will read a book or 2 between these 2, but they're both on the TBR. I would like to get them both done. They are kind of chunky books, I will be honest, but I'm sure I can get through them. I'm not worried. Next, we have, I was going to have this book, Artificial Condition, in my February TBR, but then I finished it last night. So this is actually going to be a placeholder for Rogue Protocol, which is the 3rd book in the Murderbot series. These books are literally like 150 pages, which is why I was able to like get through it so fast. This is a placeholder. Actually, I would like to read Rogue Protocol in February. That's the plan. And then after that, since I'm reading Brave New World, I thought it would also be nice to read 1984 by George Orwell. Also a dystopian. I don't really know a lot about this. I think all I know is like the government's watching everyone all the time and something about Big Brother. I don't know. I've never read it before. It was not required for my high school reading. So figured I should probably read it. That would be good. This is on the TBR. And then our last book, this looks a lot more impressive than it is because this is the complete collection of Jane Austen's, and I'm only planning on reading Persuasion. There's a project that I want to do with Persuasion. I'm not going to explain it now because it needs its own video. It's not a secret. It just needs its moment. I'm going to reread it just so that way I can tab things and kind of, re-cement the story in my mind since I read it a few years ago and I just want to have a refresh. Those are all of the books that I am planning on reading in February. wish me luck. I'm super excited. This will be great.